All right, guys, today is a brake booster delete video. So we've got a lot of emails and questions on how do you delete the brake booster or servo, if that's what you want to call it, so that you can install this type of booster. All right. What we do is we delete the brake booster. I'm going to show you how that's done, and we put a traditional brake master cylinder in there. Now you may say, well, what about the brake booster? I thought it was... Listen, a lot of Minis came without brake boosters. In fact, they didn't have brake boosters on them very early on, and they work great. You don't necessarily need a brake booster. You've got disc brakes in the front. These work great. You don't need a brake booster. I kind of like the feel of the brake pedal better without the booster myself. It's a much more positive feel. So first thing we're going to do is pull this brake booster off, and then we'll show you the next step. So here we go. All right, so you have taken all the nuts and bolts off and your brake booster is ready to be deleted. Well, there it is. Take this out, set it aside. All right, what does that reveal? What's left here? Come on over here and take a look at this. So you have your brake booster push rod that goes down to the, this is a left-hand drive car. Right-hand drive car, you still have the same thing. There's a rod that goes across here to the pedal, from the pedal box. And we've already gone in here and removed the pin, and I'm gonna show you the pin. You're going to take this out and set it aside, okay? So let me show you the pin. You're going to want to remove the right-hand seat, whether it's right-hand drive or left-hand drive. Makes getting in here and access much easier. So what we did was we actually removed this pin from the rod. It was in the rod like so. And you can see here how we actually took a grinder to it. Yeah, there's the grind marks. So you can see here that we had, this is a pressed fit pin. So Paul took a grinder and ground the head of that off so that this little washer pops off. And then the pin slides out with this little sleeve spacer. Now this sleeve spacer was actually this long. Now we cut it down for a reason, and I'm going to show you that. So you're going to set the washer, the pin, the rod aside, but we want this plastic spacer, and I'll show you how this works. Come on over here. All right, so you've deleted your brake booster and you've ordered a brake booster master cylinder delete kit from Jet Motors. Well, what do you get in the kit? You get a tandem brake master cylinder, a 12mm fitting, a 10mm fitting, a flexible brake line. It's very flexible. This is easy to bend and get it into place. 3 base gaskets. We need about a 1/4 inch space on the bottom of the brake master cylinder, okay? So we get 3 spacers because we want to lift it up a 1/4 inch off of the bulkhead. A clevis pin, and the old nylon spacer from the old brake booster push rod. We cut it down halfway because what you want to do is come over here and look. Get in here. This is 31mm, 32. We need to spread it out to 34. That's not much. There's 34mm. So I just need to open that up just a little bit. You see that? And then we can slide our spacer in between. This is when it's in the car. You're going to put that through the pedal push rod. So come on over here, and we're going to show you how to finish installing the Jet Motors brake booster delete kit. Before you put your brake line in, take the fittings. And sometimes there's some slag or there's material on the threads. I love to test fit everything before I go and get in the car. You can see how that threads in real nice. This one here, see? Oh, there it goes. There, it's starting to thread in nice. This is a 13mm or 1/2 inch. So I just grabbed a socket, and I'm gonna run it all the way in there so that the threads are nice and clean and chased, so it's real easy to finger start when it's in place. What is the old saying, measure twice, cut once? Well, this is the same kind of deal. I'm test fitting everything to make sure that it is easy once it's inside the car. So let's go put it in the car. All right, so let's go ahead and start. Once you've removed the brake booster and your brake booster push rod, that reveals this hole. Well, that hole needs to be opened up just a little bit if you kept the rubber on. Now I just pulled the rubber off, why not? And you can see here, well, let's put our spacers on. So they're just the base gaskets for a single line master cylinder, right? All right, so let's put the spacers on, and it goes this way. Okay, so I've opened up the hole, I put the spacers on, I sat that down. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the push rod over the pedal push or rod also. And also I've got this brake line because the top is the front and the bottom is the back. So how do you determine that? Come over here and look at this. So here we have, this one here is going to the rear. See that line going to the back? And this one here is going to the front. So I'm going to run this one right here. That is going to the rear, and this is going to the front. This is the front, this is the back. Top is the front, bottom is the back. All right, let's do it. All right, well, there it is. It's done. Check this out. It's all hooked up. We just bent the original lines in place. We know the turbo's going in, so we knew to get these as close to the bulkhead as possible. Bled great. Took it for a test drive. Runs and stops. Awesome, because we've made plenty of room for for this. So that's going in there next. And we're going to do the ignition kit, the blow-through carburetor. We're going to do a wideband. We're now stocking these. This is actually a dual gauge. This is air, fuel, and boost. So anyway, you can delete your brake booster. It's not a problem. The car still stops great. And now we have room for a turbocharger. All right. So jetmotorsmini.com. Check pricing and availability on your brake booster delete kit. See you on the next one.